In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the alert display function in Worship Extreme. Hey guys, this is AJ, the CEO, coming at you with another Worship Extreme tutorial video. And in this video, we're going to show how to use the alert display function. Now, this is really important. So, for example, you have any type of announcement that needs to be made to your congregation without really disturbing the flow, but at the same time, you are already displaying lyrics, you're displaying announcements, you're displaying any type of thing to where people now are known and have gained the habit of looking at your screen on any type of content that needs to be relayed to the congregation. Now, say you have somebody, a car left their lights on. Instead of having the usher trying to go all the way up to the front to tell the pastor or whoever, the worship leader, to make that announcement, disrupt the whole flow of service, why not just display it on the screen so that everyone can see it and everything goes as need be and is very not obtrusive to what's going on. So let me show you how simple it is to actually implement that. All right, so we're here over in Worship Extreme, and what we're going to do is go up here to More, and it could be displayed here in another icon. Mine just happens to be, because of my monitor size, everything is under More. So we're going to go to the Alert function right here. So what we're going to do is lay out how we want this to be displayed, and we're going to save it as a template for future announcements or for future alerts. So we have it right now. It's a set font and it's in the upper right hand corner. Now what I'd like to do is say I want this to be in the center screen here at the bottom. Let me change this font to something I always use. This Nexa, and I want to do an outline around it so it stands out. And I just want to say, now when you do this, this is per alert. So the template will stay the same, but not the message. And you wouldn't want it to say the message. I would hope the same person doesn't have their lights on every single Sunday. So I would say white Toyota, license plate ABC 123. Your lights are on. And as you can see, it's running on, so I need to shrink the size of this. And let's change this font to something a little bit blockier so that it stands out a little bit more. All right, so say this is what we want to use. So let's go ahead and say we want to keep this layout. Let's go ahead and click on Save, and we're going to call this Basic Alert. So now the same formatting, the coloring, everything is going to be exactly the same, but you still may want to come back in if you have a run-on message. You might have to adjust where it's located. So all we have to do now is go ahead and click on Show Alert. And as you can see, it shows it there in the bottom. Now let's go ahead and cut back over here, and let's just say you have some type of graphics or something going on. So let's go ahead and close this, and let me bring up a new slide. Let's just say we just have graphics going on in the background. All right, and as you can see, the alert has a little green dot there. That means it's still being shown. So if I cut over here to our other screen, as you can see, it's still there. So if you want to turn it off, all you have to do is, just like if you looked at the previous Twitter function, you have to go ahead and hide the alert. So it will stay up there as long as it's there. There's no countdown for it to turn off after a certain period of time. So I come over here, click on Hide Alert, goes away. You can always bring it right back up again if you want to. And that's it. Now the one thing I stand corrected on this. When you save this alert, it's actually going to save your text. So, for example, say I hide this alert. All right, we look over here. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go back into alerts again. See, the same text is automatically there because of my last alert. So you just want to be careful with that, and but that's any time. You just don't want to go blindly launching up another function that you've used past, because normally when you do this alert, it's something different. So like, for example, let's say we do a different one. I use my baby. Parents. Well, I know some churches, they do like a number system. So let's say parents, please come to kids church. All right. And the same way, we just go ahead, hit show alert, and boom, that's the announcement that's going to be there to alert whoever's in your congregation without really being intrusive. Now, let's say we keep this up and we want to bring up a song. As you can see, the song is still there. You necessarily probably wouldn't want to do that, but I mean, it will work and it will stay up there the entire time until you come back in here, back to alerts, and then hide the alert. But this is what I was talking about. See, it automatically tried to put another alert right over top of that with the last thing that we saved. That's why you want to be careful. So let's just save, hide that alert, so that goes away. And let's go in here to alerts one more time. So it would have kept what's still being shown with the other alert on top of it. So you just got to be careful with that. So you could actually stack multiple alerts. I wouldn't recommend that. But anyway, that's all that is to how to actually use the alert function in Worship Extreme to notify your congregation of anything that you want to call out without disrupting the flow of service. That's pretty much it. So if you like this type of content, I would really appreciate a like. Consider subscribing, and if you're a subscriber, go ahead and click that bell notification. That way you get notified when we come out with new videos here. This is AJ the CEO. We'll catch you in the next time.